So I sent you guys the link to the optional playlist. It is, of course, a hip hop playlist. So if you wish to listen to it, just make sure you pull it up on your phone or whatever other device that you're using. Do it separate from your computer just for audio. And then I will let you know when to play it. Obviously, if you'd rather listen to your own music, that's totally fine too. Do whatever you guys want. Are we ready to go? Hey, Penny. So this is Sarah, this is Neha. These are my roommates. They'll help me show you guys what's up. And let's get started in a child's pose. Hey, Alex. Oh, and please make sure you're muted also. It looks like everyone's muted. I'm gonna go through and mute all you guys that aren't muted. So you're muted, but I want this to be as interactive as possible. So if you do wind up having a question or just something you want to say, please don't be shy. Wave your hand at me. I can't see all of you at once, but you can always come off of mute and ask me something. In your child's pose, just let your hips settle down towards your heels. And let your forehead just relax on the floor. If your forehead does not naturally touch the mat here in child's pose, you can always grab whatever you're using for your block and just gently let your head rest on that. Starting to breathe a little bit deeper, a little bit steadier. The great thing about yoga is that it gives us time to just focus on the body and quiet the mind a little bit. So see if you can, for the next roughly 75 minutes or so that we're together virtually, see if you can think about your breath a little bit more as opposed to whatever's going on in your mind. I like to think of my breath as a thread to hold on to that'll keep me from getting lost. And we'll use the poses, the asana, to cultivate a rhythm, a steady rhythm of the breath that we can hold on to keep us steady. So let's take a big inhale through the nose, fill up all the way to the top, and then open your mouth, just gently let it go. Let's do one more like that, big inhale all the way in, and just let it sigh out. Leave your forearms on the floor. Come forwards into a tabletop with your forearms down. So hands and knees, elbows will be under your shoulders. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips, forearm plank. Just getting right into it. Press your heels back. And then think of reaching your chest forwards. Try to resist the urge to look at your toes. So keeping the gaze right under your nose. And then think of firming up your belly and lifting the belly button up towards the ceiling. So up towards your spine. Breath is steady. How long are we going to be here? You have no idea. We don't know how long we're going to do this for. Won't be that much longer. Just focus on your breath. Good. Let's take one more big inhale. On your exhale, let your hips come down. You're in a Sphinx pose. So forearms are down. We might need to bring the forearms a little bit further forward. So often in Sphinx, I see the forearms back. So Neha, pull your forearms forwards. So they're, take a look back at me. Yeah, so their elbows are right ahead of your shoulders. Good. And then you're reaching your heart through your thumbs or through your shoulders. I don't know why I said thumbs. Take a look at your right knee. Half frog the right knee. So you'll slide the right knee up in line with the right hip. So the inside of the leg will stay on the floor. And then pick up your right elbow, slide the left arm underneath you. So it's like threaded needle with this half frog shape on the right leg. This can be confusing, so no big deal if you don't know where I am, just go ahead and look up at the screen. Just try to let your body weight kind of soften here. And then reach the right arm up towards the sky. Like you're holding a paintbrush, paint a line across the ceiling until the right arm falls behind you. The right arm will come down to the floor. The right knee might pop up a bit, so you're in a twist. Just try to relax into this twist, soften the right shoulder. Then we'll come out the same way we came in. So right arm reaches up and over the ceiling. Plant the right forearm down, slide the right leg back. So we're back in a Sphinx pose. You'll half frog the left leg, so slide the left knee up in line with the left hip. And then pop up the left elbow, slide the right arm underneath you. So it's like threaded needle on your belly, and just pause here, let your forehead come down. So we're getting into the inner left hip and the outside of the right shoulder. And then you'll open yourself up into a twist. So the left arm goes straight up. Hold that paintbrush, swipe it all the way across the ceiling, paint a nice long line until your left arm comes down on the floor. The right knee might lift a little. So you're in that twist. And just try to soften the left shoulder, the left hip. And come out the same way you came in. Left arm sweeps up and over. Slide the left leg back. And then come onto your hands and knees. And we'll start moving through your cat-cow. So from your tabletop, you'll dip your belly, open your chest. On your exhale, you round your spine for cat. And here is where you want to start that playlist. If you're using my playlist, go ahead and press play. It's a little bit of Cardi B on this playlist, which I'm excited about. I don't know about you guys. Did you guys see that video of her? Oh, like talking about just like coronavirus. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Someone in the webcam, I'm sure saw it too. And now literally whenever I read the word coronavirus, like in my head, I hear Cardi B saying it like that, like screaming it.
That seems fine.
Yeah. So why not have a little Cardi B this morning? So I'm gonna play this really low for you guys so it doesn't come on the audio. All right, so here's where we start to cultivate that breath, that steady rhythm, slowly breathing in and out. You might close your eyes. And don't worry about, if you feel like adding on something other than cat-cow, feel free to do that. You might be alone in your house, or you might be with a couple of roommates or family. So don't worry about who can see you. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Just start to move in a way that feels natural to you, starting to wake up the body. And tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. You're welcome to do what you like in your down dog, maybe pedaling the heels, swaying the hips. Again, just thinking of waking up. And step your feet a little bit closer together and reach your right leg up and back on your inhale. On your exhale, bend your right knee, open the hip. Try not to lean too much into your left shoulder, so keep the shoulders straight, but point the right toes towards the left side of the room a little bit more, and you might even take a few circles with the hip and the knee here. And then tap the right toes down. We'll do the second side. Left leg lifts up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Really point through those left toes. Try to lift the left knee up higher and maybe take a few circles in both directions. And then you'll tap the left toes down. Now step your feet wide to the edges of the mat, and you'll walk your hands back, all the way back. You're in a wide-legged forward fold. Take a ragdoll here, grasp opposite elbows. Soften your knees a little bit more and just let your head hang. You might sway a little side to side. And start to round your way up to standing, super slow for 3, 2, 1. Arms rise at the top, inhale. And hands to your heart, exhale and release. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, fold all the way down, forward fold. Heel toe your feet back to hips width, and then walk your hands out to a high plank, plank pose. Take a breath in here in your plank pose. On your breath out, you lower all the way down to your belly. Reach your hands towards the back of the room, palms will be face up. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Reach the heart forwards and push your palms up towards the ceiling. So you're peeling your chest off of the floor. Take one more breath in. Breath out, let it go. Take your right cheek down. We'll do that one more time. Look forwards, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Push the palms up. It's like airplane arms. You're using the strength of your upper back to pull the shoulder blades together. Reach your heart forwards a little bit more as the tailbone goes back. One more breath in. Breath out, take your left cheek down. Soften for a moment, and then take your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, find your way back to downward facing dog. Pressing your hips up and back. We'll take the hip circles one more time. Reach the right leg up and back on your inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, open the hip, maybe circle the hip around, point and flex the knee, the foot, whatever you want. And then tap the right toes down to the second side. So there will be a lot of hip opening in today's class. And then tap the left toes down. Step your feet really wide to the edges of the mat and walk your hands all the way back. Take ragdoll, clasp the opposite elbow. Head is heavy, head is heavy. You might nod your head, yes and no. You'll slowly round your way up. 3, 2, 1. Arms rise at the top, inhale. And exhale, breath out. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, fold all the way down. Heel toe your feet back to hips width and walk your hands out to a high plank. Inhale in your plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. This time, interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Now you could always use a strap or a belt here, or if the interlace is hard to make, you can just do what we did before and push the palms back. So on your inhale, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. If you've got the interlace, stretch it towards the back of the room. Use that to push the heart forwards, lower the shoulders out of the ears. One more breath in. Breath out, release your hands, take the right cheek down. One more, interlace the fingers. Try to do the opposite thumb on top. Breath in, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Heart goes forwards. Maybe you add the legs, stretch the toes back, reach the tailbone back. Think of getting longer instead of higher. One more breath in. And breath out, release it, left cheek down. You might sway your hips a little bit side to side here. And then take your hands under your shoulders, find your way to downward facing dog. All right, reach your right leg up and back on your inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, open the hip. And take an inhale right here. Exhale, step your right foot forwards between your hands for a runner's lunge. Breath in. Breath out, right arm goes straight up. So you're gonna twist. When you're in your twist, push that left leg back. Try to straighten and strengthen the left leg. And then we'll take 3 circles with the right arm. So sweep it back, down, forwards, and up. Following your breath. And then you'll take the right hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Widen the feet. Walk your hands all the way back to a forward fold, wide forward fold. This time we take half malasana, so it's like half squat. So lower your hips, and let's reach the hands forwards. I'm almost sitting on this couch. Good, take a breath in, stand all the way up, straighten the legs, and then breath out, hands to heart. Inhale, arms rise. Back to that half malasana. Reach your hands forwards, breath in, breath out, forward fold. Walk your hands forwards to a high plank, take an inhale. I meant to say heel toe your feet back to hips width. And then exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. Upward facing is your inhale. Downward facing dog is your exhale. Left leg lifts up and back, inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee, open that hip. Take an inhale here. And exhale, step the left foot forwards, runner's lunge, hands frame the left foot. Take a breath in. Breath out, left arm rises. Twist. And then straighten that right leg. Sweep your left arm towards the back of the room, circle it down, forwards, up and back 3 times. Let's do one more. And then take your hands down, step back, downward dog, widen the feet. Same thing, walk your hands all the way back, forward fold, and then find that half malasana. Reach the hands forwards. Stand up on your inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, half malasana, cut the hands forwards. Take a breath in. Breath out, fold forwards, heel, toe your feet back to hips width. On your inhale, the hands walk forwards, high plank pose. Exhale as chaturanga, you lower. Upward facing, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Right leg lifts up and back, inhale. Bend the knee, lift that right hip up and open. Take a breath in. And breath out, step forwards to your runner's lunge. Inhale here. Right arm up is your exhale. One circle, right arm sweeps back, down, forwards and up, and then you open up to a side plank on your left hand. So step the right foot back. Bottom knee, the left knee can be down if you'd like more support here. Try to drop some weight out of the left wrist by reaching the right arm up higher. Take one more breath in. Breath out, right hand down. Shift your hips up and back, downward dog. Step your feet wide to the edges of the mat. And then walk your hands back. This time full malasana, so sink the hips all the way down and then get your elbows in between your knees. And push the knees apart. Try to lift your chest, sit up a little bit higher. If you feel like you're gonna fall backwards, you can grab a block or whatever you're using for your block and go and sit on it. And see if you can lift your chest up towards your thumbs. On your inhale, we stand all the way up, all the way up. Exhale right back to Malasana, sink your hips all the way down. Good, take a breath in. Breath out, forward fold, heel to your feet, hips width. Inhale is high plank, you walk your hands forwards. Exhale is chaturanga, you lower halfway. Up dog, inhale. Down dog is your exhale. One more side, left leg lifts, inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take an inhale here. Step the left foot forwards on your exhale. Breath in, runner's lunge. Breath out, twist, left arm up. Take an inhale, sweep the left arm back, down, forwards and up, and then open up side plank, left foot steps back. Sorry. You're good. Maybe you tap the right knee down. Keep pushing the ground away with your right hand and reach up higher with the left hand. Good, one more breath in. Breath out, plank pose. Take your left hand down and then shift your hips up and back, down dog. Step your feet really wide. Walk your hands all the way back. Right into Malasana, bend the knees, sink the hips. Now what we don't want to see is this rounded spine, this really little sort of ball shape. We want to push into our feet to lift the hips a little, and then we want to use our elbows to push the knees apart and find almost a sense of a back bend in the chest. So we're lengthening the spine. On your inhale, you stand up all the way up. On your exhale, back to Malasana. Take a breath in, and breath out, fold. Heel to your feet, hips width. On your inhale, you crawl your hands out, high plank. Exhale, you lower halfway. Upward facing, back bend, reach the heart forwards. Downward facing, hips go up and back. Go ahead and tap your knees down, take a child's pose, give yourself a break, send your hips back. If your shoulders are tired, you can reach your hands towards the back of the room. Shoulders or wrists are tired. And coming back to your breath, so let your breath lengthen, but keep a hold of that steady rhythm of your inhales and exhales. So grabbing water at any time during class today. Come back to downward facing dog. And we'll start to move through our sequence that I hope I can remember because it's an old one. First, we'll take a couple of sun A's. So lift your heels, lift your hips. Exhale, bend your knees, look forwards, get your feet to your hands, maybe stepping, maybe hopping. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So just cultivating that breath a little bit more. Stand all the way up, inhale. And exhale, fold. Flat back, heart forwards, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, step to chaturanga, or you hop right to bent elbows. Up dog is your inhale. Downward facing is your exhale. We'll do one more together. Lift your heels, your hips, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, push back, look forwards, get your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up, get tall, arms rise, inhale. Exhale, take it all the way back down. Halfway lift, heart forwards. Exhale, plant your palms, move through chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. From downward dog, reach your right leg straight up and back, inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, open the hip. Try to bring some length along the right side of your body. Take one more breath in. On your breath out, right toes to your right thumb. So a little bit wider than you would normally step forwards. And then you spin your left heel down. On your inhale, warrior one, sweep your arms up. So warrior one, there's a nice deep bend in the right knee. And you're thinking of pressing the outside of your left foot down. Take a breath in. Breath out, airplane your arms. Sweep your hands back, lean the chest forwards. Inhale is runner's lunge. Hands frame the right foot, flip up the left heel. Exhale is your twist. Right arm goes straight up. Step your right foot back over the left side plank. Maybe you lift the right leg up this time. Float the right leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand down. And then step your right foot forwards. Spin the left heel down. Warrior two. So left arm lifts you up and open. Warrior two. Reverse it, straighten your right leg. Inhale, go up and back. And then exhale, come to the top of a triangle pose. So reach your arms open. You might shorten your stance by heel toeing the back foot in 1 or 2 times. On your inhale, lean forwards. Reach your left hip back. And then take your right hand down to either your ankle or a block. And the left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. You're thinking of spinning your right ribs up towards the ceiling. On your inhale, reach your top arm over your ear. Exhale is pyramid pose. Take your hands to the floor. Step your left foot in a little bit closer and spin the left heel down and then fold over that right leg. Just let your head relax. Lengthen the spine halfway, inhale. And exhale, fold. Step your left foot all the way back. Tap the left knee down. Wiggle the right foot to the outside edge of your mat. Left hand can be on the floor or on a block. Take your right hand inside the right thigh and just gently press the right knee away from you, creating some space in the left hip. You'll either stay here or some of you might take a twisted quad stretch. Right hand reaches back for the left foot. This is where the block under the left hand can be really helpful. On your inhale, kick into the hand, let the left foot lift your shoulder open a little bit more. And then on your exhale, pull the foot in and round towards the floor. Do that 2 more times. Kick into the hand, lift the right shoulder, inhale. Exhale, you pull the foot in, turn to face the floor. 1 more inhale. Exhale, pull the foot in, turn to face the floor, and we'll pause here for a moment. This is a little bit of a different stretch than if we were upright. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale, if you've got the foot, release it. Take your hands to the floor, lizard lunge. However you'd like to set it up this morning. So hands are inside of the right foot. You might keep the left knee down. You might tuck the toes, lift the left knee if that feels better. You can keep your palms on the floor, or you might bring your forearms down. If I had a block, I would do that. I do not have it. That's okay, you can keep it. I typically need a block to bring my forearms down. So if you've got one, you might use that. And take an inhale. On your exhale, shift your hips back, lengthen the right leg, bow your head. Do that 2 more times. Bend into the right knee, inhale. Exhale, send it back. 1 more inhale. And exhale. This time on your inhale, bend the right knee, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Malasana, step forwards this time. Left foot steps forwards. Bend your knees, sink your hips, take your elbows in between the knees, and try to lift your chest. So lots of Malasana today. On your inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, back to Malasana. Take a breath in. Breath out, forward fold, heel to your feet, hips width. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, chaturanga if you want, or just step back to downward dog if you do not want the chaturanga. Left leg goes up and back, inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a breath in. Breath out, left toes to left thumb, so a little bit wider. Ground the right heel down, and then find your warrior one on your inhale. Sweep your arms straight up. So wide feet are helpful here for a warrior one, so we have room for our hips. If you've got your feet on the same line, it won't be as comfortable most likely, so I like to step my feet pretty wide. Bend deeper into your left knee, push the outside of the right foot down, take a breath in. Breath out, sweep your hands back, airplane your arms. Inhale is runner's lunge, flip up the right heel. Exhale is your twist, left arm up. Step your left foot back over the right side plank. So lots of vilasanas and side planks today. You might hover the left leg this round. Take a breath in. Breath out, left hand down, and then step your left foot forwards. We'll find warrior one, spin your arms up and open. So warrior one is where you most likely want your feet on the same line. Traditionally, the heel of the left foot will cut across the arch of the right foot. And the right toes will turn slightly up towards the right corner of your mat. On your inhale, straighten the left leg, reverse it. And then exhale, come up to standing, split your arms open. You might take your right foot in a little bit closer. Inhale, lean forwards as you shoot the right hip back. For triangle pose, take your left hand to your left ankle or a block, and then spin your right shoulder open, spin the left ribs up towards the ceiling. You're lengthening the left side of your waist forwards. Reach the right arm long over your ear, take an inhale. And then exhale is pyramid pose, spin your hands to the mat. Step your right foot a little bit wider and a little bit closer as you bow over that left leg. Relax your head. Lift halfway, inhale. And exhale, fold. Step the right foot all the way back, tap the right knee down. Wiggle the left foot wider to the outside edge of the mat. Right hand to the floor to a block, left hand inside the left hip. And just to start, we'll gently push the left hip away. You'll either stay here or you'll reach the left hand back for the right foot, twisted quad stretch. This lighting looks really cool right now. On your inhale, kick into that left hand. Exhale, pull the foot in, round towards the floor. Two more, inhale, kick and open. Exhale, you round, pull it in. Inhale. And last one, exhale, pause here. And then release the foot, lizard lunge. Hands inside the left foot, set it up however you'd like to, whatever you did on the first side. With your right knee down, take an inhale. Exhale, shift your hips back, find that wide half split. Two more, bend the left knee. And send it back. Inhale, come forwards. And exhale, lengthen. This time, inhale, bend the left knee, pick up the right knee, look forwards, and step into your malasana. Right foot steps, bend the knees, sink the hips. Push into the hands a little bit more, lift the chest. On your inhale, you stand up, And exhale back to Malasana. Breath in and breath out. Forward fold, heel toe the feet, hips lift. Flat back, inhale. And exhale, plant your palms, find your way to downward facing dog. So repeating a little bit of that on the second round, but we will add on quite a bit. Reach your right leg up and back on your inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, open the hip. Right foot to right thumb on your exhale. Spin the left heel down and then inhale, arms rise, warrior one. Exhale, sweep your hands back, cover the chest. Hands to the floor, inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, right arm up, side plank, step your right foot back. This time you might float the right foot. You might step the right foot behind you for a wild thing, turning your hips towards the ceiling and looking at your right arm reaching over the ear. Come back to your side plank, pause, step the right foot forwards. Left heel spins down, warrior two. We all made it, I think. Good. Reverse it, straighten your right leg, inhale. Triangle pose is your exhale, heel toe the back foot closer, maybe. Take your right hand down to your ankle, left arm over your ear. Sweep the left arm forwards, inhale. Exhale, turn to face the floor, standing split. So spin your left heel up, bend into the right knee and float the left leg up. Some of us will want blocks here. Most of us will want at least one block ready to go in a moment. You're going to first push into your right foot, warrior three. So you're paralleling your chest. Hands can be on those two blocks, highest height, or they can be at the center of your heart, or they can reach forwards. Really strong in that right leg. Don't forget about the left leg too. Push the left heel up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Breath out is half moon. Right hand comes down to a block, spin open, left arm reaches up, lean the left hip back. Imagine like you're in that side plank on the right hand. Slowly step back, warrior two. Warrior two. Reverse it, inhale. Side angle is your exhale, right arm to right thigh. Today, left arm sweeps up and over your ear and then half binds around the low back. Once you've got the half bind, lean the left shoulder open, lean back a little bit, think lifting the chest. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your right leg. We did this, I think, on Tuesday. Reverse it. Turn your right toes in. Grab the left leg with the right hand. Reach the left arm up. So you're gonna twist. Now listen carefully. You take this left arm, cross it over the right arm, grab the other leg. So you're making an X with the arms in your forward fold. If you're confused, you can look at the screen. So right arm is under, left arm is over. Relax your head. And then keeping this X shape, you're just going to complete the wrap and find eagle arms. So eagle arms, left arm goes on top. Turn your heels in, toes out, bend the knees, and round your way up to a goddess pose. So if you got lost, we're in eagle arms, right arm underneath, left arm on top. In your goddess foot pose, think of pushing your knees out behind you, so opening the hips a little bit more. Take an inhale, lean to the right. And then exhale, circle the arms towards the floor. Inhale, sweeping it up and over towards center. We'll take it 2 more times, 2 big circles. Following your breath. Got 1 more. Take it down, forwards and up. This time when you come to the top, bust your arms open, cactus the arms. And then interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Straighten your legs, take an inhale, turn the toes in, heels out. Exhale, bow forwards. Soften the head and the neck. Take 1 more breath in. And release your hands on your breath out. Lizard lunge, crawl your hands back forwards. Hands inside the right foot. Take a breath in. Malasana, step forward. Sink your hips. This time we'll find a twist. So take your right hand out to the right. And you're almost going to push the right knee out and then peel the left arm back, lean back. One more inhale. And exhale, take your hands back to the heart. Stand all the way up, inhale. Exhale, sit all the way back down. Breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Heel to your feet. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, find your way back to downward facing, taking the chaturanga or skipping it. One more side and we'll take a break after the side. Left leg sweeps up and back. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Breath in. Breath out, step forwards. Left toes to left thumb, right heel spins down, warrior one. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling to sweep back. Runner's lunge, flip up the right heel, inhale. Exhale is side plank, left arm up, step the left foot back. Maybe you hover the left foot, maybe the left foot steps behind you for a wild thing, turn your hips up to the ceiling and look at that left arm. Come back through side plank. Try to take this step by step. Pause in your side plank, step the left foot forward slowly, and then right arm spins you up and open warrior two. Straighten your left leg, reverse, inhale. Triangle pose is your exhale. Right arm over your ear, inhale. Exhale, turn to face the floor. Flip up the right heel, standing split, folding over that left leg, the right leg lifts. So you know we're gonna wind up doing on this side, you make sure you have the blocks ready if you're gonna use them. For warrior three, push into that left leg, lift your chest. So your torso and the right leg are parallel to the floor. They're also in line with each other. Think of pushing the right leg up higher. Take a breath in. Half moon pose. Left hand goes down. Right arm lifts. Think of leaning the right hip back so you can open it. One more breath in. Breath out, warrior two, step back. Reverse, inhale. Side angle with a half bind as your exhale, left elbow, left thigh. Take the right arm over your ear and then take it back behind the low back. Once you have the half bind, lean the right shoulder back and see if you can lift the center of the chest a little bit more. Keep bending it to the left knee. Come back to warrior two. Start to reverse, straighten the left leg. Turn the left toes in. Grab the right leg with your left hand. We'll start with a twist, right arm reaches up. And then we make that X. So reach over the left arm, grab the left leg. You're folding forward, you're almost tugging on the legs a little bit. And then keeping the X, eagle arms, you're just completing the wrap. Let go of the legs and wrap the forearms together. Soften your knees, heels in, toes out, round your way up to the goddess pose with the eagle arms. Take an inhale at the top, to the left, exhale, lean. And you're following your breath, circling down towards the center, inhaling to take it up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, sweep it up. One more exhale, take it down. Slowly we come up. Once we get to the center, we bust it open, cactus your arms, straighten the legs, interlace your hands, lift the chest, inhale. Turn your toes in as you fold forwards, exhale. Try to relax the neck here. One more inhale. And exhale, release your hands. Crawl your hands forwards, find your lizard lunge for a moment. Hands inside the left foot. Take a breath in. Malasana, step forwards. Bend your knees, sink your hips, and we'll twist. So crawl the left arm out, almost push the left knee away from you, and then reach the right arm up and lean back. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart, back to center. Stand up, inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, Malasana. Breath in, forward fold. Heel toe your feet, hips width, flat back, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms. You might take a chaturanga, you might skip it. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. And then we'll take our knees down and we'll use this time to take a quick break. So making sure you're drinking water, catch your breath. And just find a moment to be in a place where you can be still. So you could find a seat, you could find a child's pose. See if you can close your eyes. Take one more breath in where you are. And open your mouth. Let it go. You can open your eyes, come to a seat. How are we doing? Doing okay? Ready to do one more? This one's a little bit shorter, but it's like the culmination of everything that we've been doing. So there's a lot, so we'll take it slow. So we'll wind up in a forward fold at the top of the mat. We'll fold forwards. And let's flip the palms face up and slide your hands under your feet. So fingertips face the back of the room and wiggle your toes around. Give your wrists a little massage. And go ahead and release that. Take a flat back, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees, send the hips back. Reach the arms forwards and up. Stand all the way up, right knee comes into your chest. And we'll take eagle. So the right leg crosses, the right arm goes under. So right leg on top, right arm underneath, opposite arm, opposite leg, basically. And then think chair pose, you're sitting low. Squeeze the inner thighs together. So that's kind of the secret here of eagle to make it more stable, is to squeeze the legs together. Slowly come out of it, unwind the arms, tree pose. Grab the right foot, place it inside the left leg. I'm gonna turn to face you. Put the right foot inside the left leg. Let's see if I can get myself stable here. We'll start with hands at heart center. You might eventually reach your arms up. Now again, one of the secrets of tree pose is to not just push the right foot into the left leg, but it's to push the left leg back into the left foot. So go ahead and activate your left thigh. Squeeze the left thigh, you'll feel it flex under the foot. Keep your arms up, but remove the right leg. Take an inhale, kick the right leg forwards. Exhale, airplane pose. Sweep the right leg back, sweep the hands back. Interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Use the interlace to lift the chest a little bit more. Keep this interlace if you can. We're going to come into half moon. So it's like a bound half moon. Twist your chest open to the right. Lean the right hip back. You might release the bind to take a Chapasana, grabbing the right foot, kicking the foot into the hands. And we'll wind up in a warrior two. So slowly release it, step back. Reverse it on your inhale. Exhale, side angle pose, left elbow, left thigh, right arm up and over the ear. Find that half bind. So we've got an option to move on from our half bind. Wherever you are, you lean back, lift the right shoulder open. You might slide the left hand down to the floor to a block. You might wrap the left hand under the left leg and grab a hold of your arm, of the other hand. And then instead of turning to face the floor, you squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the chest. Now, option to stay here or find bird of paradise. If you'd like to come into bird of paradise, notice the right foot. You take a few hops to the front of the mat. Right foot hops forwards. And then you push the right foot down and you stand all the way up. Push the right foot down, stand all the way up. Try to stand as tall as you can. I'm more concerned about you standing tall than straightening the leg. Slowly you'll come out of it the same way you came in. Come back to your bound warrior two. Release the bind, find side angle. Reverse your warrior, straighten the left leg, inhale. Exhale, this time let's take the hands to the floor. Tap the right knee down, half split, shift your hips back. Bow over the left leg. And then come forwards. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, heel toe the left foot to the right side of the mat. We're coming into half pigeon, so you'll let the left shin come down. Make sure the left knee is wider than the left hip. Left knee is wider than the left hip. Tuck the right toes and pull your hips back. Then you might crawl your hands forwards, any amount. You might let your head come to the floor, let it tap onto a block. Let your hands come back to the mat, prop up your chest, and slide onto your left hip. Bring the right leg forwards. So we're in almost a seated tree pose shape. Your left foot is bent, it's inside the right foot. And we'll side bend. Take your right hand to your right foot. Sweep the left arm over your ear. Just let your right ear drop to your right shoulder. Come back up to your seat. Turn to face the right leg. You might even pull this right hip back a little bit to make sure your chest is square with the right leg. We'll forward fold, so sweep your both arms up on your inhale. Exhale, you might bend the right knee to reach the right foot, fold forwards. Let your head and neck soften. And come back up to your seat. Cross the ankles and find your way to a forward fold at the top of the mat. If you want to take a chaturanga along the way, you can do that. We'll meet in a forward fold. Getting ready for the second side. From your forward fold, lift halfway, inhale. And exhale, fold. This time the left knee comes up with you. Hug the left knee in. Oops, actually, sorry, chair pose. Let's do chair pose. Can't forget that. So big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Send the hips back, try to sit a little bit lower. So this is kind of like where we're gonna be with our eagle, but with our legs wrapped. All right, now let's stand up, left knee into your chest. And then cross the left leg over the right. Left leg over, left arm under, eagle arms. Sit a little bit lower. Try not to stick out the butt. Try to tilt the tailbone down. Squeeze the forearms together, lift the elbows up towards your nose. Sit a little bit lower, and then we'll start to stand up, take tree pose, unwind the legs, left foot inside right thigh. And if this left foot inside right thigh doesn't work, you can also take the left foot to your calf or kickstand the foot on the floor. Just try not to have it directly on the knee. It's not a stable joint to be pushing into. Wherever you've got the foot, push the right leg back into your foot. You might raise your arms. Keep your arms up. If you have them up there, slowly release the left foot. Kick the left leg forwards, arms reach, inhale. Airplane, left leg goes back, sweep your arms back. Find the interlace of your hands. Pull the interlace back as you roll your shoulders up, back, and open. Try to keep this spine as we find half moon. Use those obliques, twist the chest up towards the ceiling. Left side of your chest lifts. Left hip rolls open. If you want to release the hands, you can release the hands. Right hand down to a block or to the floor. If you want Shavasana, you might grab that left ankle and kick into it, lifting the left shoulder open a little bit more. Slowly release what you've got. Warrior two. Catch your breath. And then reverse. Inhale. Side angle is your exhale. So we'll take this step by step. First step is half binding the left arm. And this is certainly where you could stay. I encourage you to try the other steps and just see how it goes. We're taking this at baby steps, essentially. We don't have to do everything today. Slide your right hand down to the floor to a block. Maybe this is as far as you go. Maybe you reach under the right leg and grab the fingers of the other hand. Once you've got the bind, you lean back and lift your chest. So try to turn to face the ceiling. So we're keeping an open heart. For bird of paradise, you slowly step the left foot forwards towards the top of the mat. You push into that left leg and you stand up. Maybe. Once you stand, you think of lifting the chest, try to lift a little bit taller. We're coming out the same way we came in, so lean forwards. Back to your bound side angle. Release the bind, warrior two. Reverse it, get out of that right leg, straighten it, inhale. And exhale, windmill your hands to the floor. Tap the left knee down, half split for a moment, shift your hips back, just fold over the right leg. Bend the right knee, tuck the left toes. Find your half pigeon, heel toe the right foot to the outside edge of the mat. Bring the right shin down. Make sure the right knee is wider than the right hip. So you might need to move it over to the right. And then to get the weight out of the right knee, you tuck your left toes and you pull the hips back a little bit. You might crawl your hands forwards. Try to relax the head and the neck. And come back up onto your hands. Let the right hip come down. Left leg reaches forwards. Right knee is bent, right foot inside the left thigh. Left hand grabs the left toes. Right arm reaches over for a side bend. Just let your left ear drop to your left shoulder. Come back up to your seat. Trying to face the left leg. You might pull the left hip back a little. We'll fold forward, so both arms rise on your inhale. And exhale, lean forwards. You might bend the left knee so you can grab the left foot. Try to make it gentle, let it be easy. Don't force yourself deeper into the fold just to do it. And come back up to your seat. This time, plant your feet, scoot your hips a little bit forwards. Plant your feet, bend your knees. Reach the hands forwards. We're going to slowly lower, so take an inhale. Exhale, pull your belly button to your spine. Feel your core engage as you slowly lower onto your back. And then hug your knees into your chest once you get to the floor. You can rock a little bit side to side here. We'll take 2 back bends. So plant your feet on the floor. We'll start with bridge pose. Make sure your heels are close enough that you can touch them. And then push through the feet, push through the backs of the arms to lift the hips up. Think about reaching the chest towards the wall behind you and reaching the knees towards the wall in front of you. One more breath in. And breath out, hips come down. Heel toe your feet to the edges of the mat and let your knees knock in to touch each other. We'll take just one more, so reset your feet. For bridge pose, same thing, make sure your heels are close enough, lift your hips up. If wheel is in your practice and you want to explore wheel pose, you'll lift your hands, take your fingertips on either side of your ears, fingers face your shoulders. Hug the elbows in like chaturanga and push into your hand like you're pushing into a plank pose. Straightening your arms, lifting the hips up. In your wheel pose, let your head relax. One more inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Roll yourself back down. Take the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Hug both knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. Just let your knees fall to the right, rest your left arm open. Take a twist. Knees to the right, left arm open, soften the left shoulder. If there's another twist variation that you prefer, you're welcome to take something else. And come back to center. You let both knees fall to the opposite side. And come back to center. And I'd love for us to take a supported inversion. So grab a block, or it could be a pillow or a cushion or just something you can elevate your hips on. And you'll plant your feet like you're setting up a bridge pose. You'll lift your hips, take the block probably the lowest height, let it support your sacrum, so the base of your spine. And then you'll extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Of course, if there's another inversion in your practice that you'd like to take, whether it's headstand or shoulder stand or something else, you're welcome to do that. The supported inversion will help relax the legs, release the leg muscles, and let the nervous system know that it's time to relax. So try to close your eyes. Whenever you feel ready to come down, you'll return your feet to the floor. Set the block aside. Taking anything else that you need, setting up any props that you need here. Straighten your legs forwards. And turn your palms face up on either side of your waist. Maybe putting on a shirt if you're getting chilly, or placing a towel or something over your eyes to block out the light. And we'll spend just a few moments here together. Just taking a few silent moments in rest. So fill up through your nose, take a big breath in all the way, let your belly, your chest rise. And then open your mouth. Shavasana. Begin to come back to your breath, come back to your body. You might find some movement in your hands and feet. Place your hands to rest somewhere on your body. Pausing for a moment here, feeling gratitude to your physical body for being able to carry you through a difficult yoga practice, no matter where you are. Bring your feet into your chest. Your knees hug together, they hug in. Find your way up to a seat. Try to keep your eyes closed if you can, just holding on to this piece, this internal connection for one last moment. Once you arrive in your seat, place your hands palm over palm at the center of your heart. Feeling the beating of your heart underneath your hands, the rise and fall of your chest with every breath in and breath out. Feeling alive in this exact moment in time right now. And feeling connected with each other despite the distance physically. Bring your palms together, let your thumbs lift up to the center of the forehead. And in gratitude to each other, we will bow and say namaste. Thank you. As always, it's such a joy to practice with you, especially under these circumstances. I'm so glad that technology allows us a chance to connect. It's so great to see all of your faces. I want to shout out every single one of you. I'm so happy to see you guys.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you. Was that Zaria? Who was that?
Randy.
Oh, hey, Randy.
Zaria.
Hey, Zaria. So my goal is for these to happen weekly. I think I would like them to happen every week consistently, so we can have some consistency in our schedules. If you have thoughts about that, preference on times, if this works, great, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. We're all in it together, right? But that's all. Have a happy Saturday.
You too.
Bye.
Patricia, see you.